Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Miracle Michael Football channel. It is a beautiful weekend. One of the costly mistakes Todd Boehly did that is affecting Chelsea badly is changing things too quickly. Todd Boehly was so quick in changing everything about the football club. You came in with a long-term project. Now, according to a wise saying, journey of 1,000 miles begins by a step. You take things slowly. When he came to Chelsea, he changed the sporting director, he changed the backroom staff, he changed possibly everything, and also changed the medical team. Even if you want to bring in your own people, you have to integrate your own people slowly, not changing things overnight. It is just like when you buy a supermarket, the first thing you did was sacking the manager and the sales personnel, and you're expecting the smooth transaction between the office and the customer base. You can't change everything and expect a smooth transition. It is not always easy, but there are some things, there are some avoidable hiccups that one can avoid. What is happening to Chelsea is self-inflicted. Todd Boehly went quickly in changing things. He went quickly in changing the backroom staff. He went quickly in changing the medical staff and changing everything that made up Chelsea. Marina left. Peter Cech left. Plus many others. Not just many others. Every other people that worked under Roman Abramovich, they all left. And he now brought in his own people. I believe he changed things so quickly because you need people that understand Chelsea. You need, when you come into a new system, you need people, experienced people that will guide you to understand the story and the tradition of the club. But he changed things quickly. The second thing I believe Todd Boehly did that is also causing Chelsea is prioritizing the future at the detriment of the present. He came with a plan, a long-term plan, and as positive as that plan might be, there are some certain things that he needs to do. He needs to understand that Chelsea is a huge club with a lot of fan base. You don't go about breaking the record, signing quantity, signing players for the future when the present team is lacking. And the primary thing the present team is lacking, which is goal scorers, you neglected it. I was marveled that our last two signings of the summer were Cole Palmer and the David Washington. According to statistics, Enzo Fernandez has a record for final third entry, whereas James Maddison has the record for most penalty entries. This is what we missed. Imagine having James Maddison in this team together with Enzo Fernandez. You discover that goal scoring, clear-cut chances, and the conversion rate will increase massively. We neglected signing strikers. I heard we went for Taiwo Awomni 48 hours to the deadline. Why didn't we go for Taiwo at the beginning of the window? We are busy chasing Casido all summer, whereas the primary place that we are lacking, which is the striking role, we neglected it, only to bring in David Washington, who clearly is not ready for first team action. Now, the third mistake I believe Todd Boehly made was the late Pochettino appointment. Pochettino was supposed to be appointed early. He was supposed to work with this set of players that we are sold out. He will understand the players and know if there are some certain players that will be crucial to his plan. But we let last season just waste. When we lost the hope of the top four and everything, it was the best opportunity to work with a coach that will stay permanently as our first team coach. It will give the coach the opportunity to look at the players. Even if you are having exodus of players, there are some certain players that maybe one or two players that Pochettino will look at and try to convince them because they might be crucial to his plans. You can't tell me that all these players that left Chelsea, that none of them would have been very crucial for Pochettino. So I believe that the appointment of Frank Lampard instead of Pochettino was a very big mistake. Pochettino would have worked with so many people and also be a part in the decision making regarding players to go and the ones to be retained. Another mistake I believe Chelsea did was the sale of Jorginho. Jorginho, I believe, was sold too early and we sold him to a direct rival, Arsenal. Enzo Fernandez is still young. Imagine Enzo Fernandez learning from Jorginho. There are so many things that he needs to learn from Jorginho. There are so many things that Lavia needs to learn from Jorginho. All these youngsters that we are bringing in, there are so many things they needed to learn from Jorginho, but we sold Jorginho too early. He don't need to be a starter, but that experience matters a lot. So I believe the sale of Jorginho to Arsenal was too early. The final mistake I believe that we made that is also contributing to our struggles is the negligence of leadership. When it was time to appoint the captain, we all expected Thiago Silva to be the next captain. But surprisingly, it was given to Reece James. Reece James is a fabulous player, a fantastic player. But when it comes to leadership, there is no one better than Thiago Silva. Giving Reece James the captain armband and giving Ben Chilwell the assistant was a very huge mistake. When John Terry left, he handed over to Gary Cahill. Gary Cahill was an understudy to John Terry. He learned so many things before Gary Cahill handed over to Cesar Azpilicueta. So even if you are planning to make Reece James the captain in the future, he needed to be an understudy to Thiago Silva. Jumping Thiago Silva and handing it over to Reece James was a very huge mistake. There was a story that Thiago Silva was consulted before the decision was taken. He's a professional. There is no way he will say no. If Chelsea approached him early and told him, Mr. Thiago, we need you to captain this team. We need your experience to rub on these players. There is no way, there is no how Thiago Silva will say no to being Chelsea captain. So I believe these are some of the mistakes that Todd Boehly and Chelsea did that are affecting Chelsea Football Club. Stay cool and stay blessed. Blue forever will be the color.